Alright, hello everybody, we are here in Division D West tonight. We have Luciodology playing against the Yavapai County Chess and Swim team, and I'm only gonna say that once tonight. And I will just abbreviate it with the swim team. Or maybe Yavapai, or maybe the chess team, I don't care, but it's not gonna be a full thing all the time. So I'm also going with the times. As you might have noticed, my stream is a little bit different tonight. Apparently it's very modern today that you have a camera on your pet. Well, my pet recently died, so I have to improvise a little bit here, and I have a little camera on my companion cube right next to me here. And you know, say yeah, but that's probably a picture, but could I do this? This was a picture. No, I couldn't. So here we go. This is my pet, the companion cube. You can watch it. We have both teams sitting in the lobby here. Currently chilling out, so let's have a short look at what we are dealing with tonight. We have, as I said, the swim team versus Luciodology. That's a little bit too much. Let's change. Alright, here we go. So here's the current standings. We have the swim team currently sitting at 2 points. Luciodology looking for the first map win still. Luciodology have played 2 series so far. Yavapai sitting at 3 series. None of these teams have won a series so far, and one of them will win a series tonight. So exciting to see who's it gonna be. Let's have a look at what team selected here for the maps. We have the swim club bringing us to Sky Temple tonight. A lot of bans because we have 10 maps in rotation. 50 bits every time you use the full name from here on out. I'm actually not even sure you can give me bits. So first prove me that, because I don't even know what bits are. So I don't even know if you can give me. But yeah, you try. Okay, so by the way, I said it once. So yeah, Sky Temple will be the thing here. I have one ready from Yavapai, and I'll ask Luciodology if they are ready. So Sky Temple, by the way, this is that one map on which Yavapai has won so far. They have won twice on it. And that's a full 100% win rate on them. On this map. Luciodology on the other side never played it so far. Actually no, that's not true. They played it once. They played it once and lost on it. So kind of obvious pick here by Yavapai. Let's see if they run their usual strategy on it. I don't know what the strategy is, but we will see. Maybe. And I have now a team ready by both of them, so get into it. Alright, we are ready to roll into the draft here. The usual things, and because Luciodology did not pick this map, they should have ban here. We're waiting for players, not sure what's going on here. Here we go. Someone is just slow. Alright. Diablo being banned out. Interesting choice. Actually, I have my full setup tonight, so we have some stats from Division D this season running tonight. So let's have a look on Diablo. Pick rate of 22%. He's actually winning a lot and is banned a lot, but he's okay. So I guess he's a popular hero. On Sky Temple there are some walls you can smash people's head into. So why not? Stukov's being banned out now. Pretty quick ban so far in this draft. The Hacker on the side of Yavapai. And the Stukov ban. Yavapai has 1-1 with the Stukov. And here comes the nuke ban. Alright, so 2 tanks gone here. Kelfar's being left open and immediately picked up by Luciodology. They waste no time on that. And why not? He's pretty strong so far in Division D. And I wouldn't be surprised to see like a Rainer Alphros here, or Rainer Janer, or Rainer some other slow, like Orpheer. Here comes the Rainer Alpha. So this is what Yavapai likes to do, the slow with the Rainer. They have played this twice, and it won them game twice. So they are completely on course here. Sky Temple, the map they have won both their games. Rainer Alphas being picked, the 2 heroes they won both games with. So this is, nothing of this is a surprise so far. I hope it's not a surprise for Luciodology either. They pick a faster than Johanna here with the blinds to deal with that Rainer. And there comes the Anduin ban. Why not? A lot of people think that he's like really good. I personally, I don't like him so much. I see that he has his place. There are some compositions or enemy compositions where he fits really well into it, and I have no problem playing him. But right now I'm not really like, oh man, this is something I have to play. Yeah, apple cider plus a cinnamon spice rum. It's okay. I can't send you bits to the unit. You see? It doesn't work. That's probably just because I never cared about bits. Okay, here comes the Orpheer and the Alex Raza. So Orpheer, again, that's a hero they win with. They are 1-1 with the Orpheer so far. And here comes Brightwing and Thrall. That's a pretty old school composition on the side of Luciodology. Like, none of the recent heroes making their appearance here. Android with Captain picks the Garrosh. Round out the composition. So we have Arthur solo laning probably. We're not main tanking, and Garrosh doing heavy lifting on the front line with a 4-man stack. Cinnamon Stick is the name of. Is that it? I never heard of that. What? How is the profanity? Alright. Let's switch to the game scene here. Run into the game. Orpheer has ace in the hole at 1. Okay. Yes. Makes a lot of sense now. I've never played much Orpheer. Played her a bit. Alright, and we have in the blue, it's Andrade on the Garrosh, Megumilk on Arthur, Kryptonite on Rainer, Hybrid Remix on the Orpheer, and Aura Luna playing the Alex Raza. Red on the other side, it is Luciodology with Galactos on the Brightwing, Eugenio on Johanna, Fairywinkle on the Thrall, Lemony Fresh, on the Kelfas. And I'm missing one. That's Hantron on Falstad. If I did my things right. Alright. Alright. And Alexander immediately left the game, rage quit here right from the start. Currently the bot makes its way into the bottom lane here. Maybe I picked the wrong tunnel, I don't know. Oh wow, what's going on here? Oh no, it's all a mess. Sorry for us, we're gonna fix that between game 1 and 2. It looks horrible, I know. Because I am on the wrong observer. Actually, let me check if I can change that while the game is running. Probably not. No, I cannot change. I would have been very surprised if I... Oh wait, I'm just... No, I can still not change. Alright, so we will have to go through one game. I just downloaded the new observer and I'm actually okay. I think I have to count the games here. And wasn't too bad. The dude is following. Hey dude, how you doing? Alright, so what have we missed here? A little bit of poke damage on Garrosh, throwing in the Johanna here. Johanna doesn't care, pops the Iron Skin, dodges the knock up, and gets out of her pretty easily. In the meantime, we have in the solo lane in the top, Orphea against Thrall actually, and in the bottom, Falset versus Arthas. So traditionally you would see Arthas versus Thrall in the top lane. But the teams decide to switch it up a little bit here. Especially Yavapai County decides to switch it up a little here. Putting the Arthas in the bottom lane against the Falset. I'm not sure if that's gonna work out, but on the other side, having Thrall versus Orphea is probably not much easier either. So, but in the total, I think both of them will be fine here. And you see the ace and the whole talent on Rainer. Let's have a quick look, because this looks super ugly. We have ancestral strength on the Orphea, which also gives more damage for slow targets. It's all good here. You just tuned in, I know the overlay looks crappy, that's because I messed up. And it will be fixed between game 1. Most likely. I'm not gonna reconnect here for that. Now, actually, what I could do is probably... could do is... but at least it doesn't look so ugly. Alright. So nothing much happened here so far. Both teams have taken their siege camp in the bottom. Alta goes back to base for mana and for health. Brightwing did the same thing, so both of these are globals. They can fly back in wherever needed. Siege camps had been taken, had been eliminated on both sides, and the first shrine phase is about to start here. And it's actually already started. Garrosh makes his way. On the point. It's a flame strike and a living bomb. Handron is on the chase, but decides to abandon that chase quickly afterwards. There comes a throw in on the Johanna, but do they actually have the damage to kill the Johanna? I'm not sure about that. Living Bomb on Garrosh spreads the loving to Reyna. In the meantime, Johanna is actually pretty low and Brightwing might fall here. Android is going for the kill and gets it. In the meantime, the Dragon is out. Our Luna here with the big heals on the team and the damage on the enemy. And the first blood goes in favor for Yavapai County and they are taking control of this mid temple in the meantime. Arthas is also doing some work in top. Right wing respawned and blinking in here. Orpheus here for the peels for the big frosty guy, but they have to give up the temple temporarily. Alexstrasza is completing mid temple. In the meantime, we have Luciodology with a 5-man stack here on the top lane. There's a throw in on Kel'Thas and he is not a Johanna, so he's gonna fall, but the damage is so much. Everybody low now on the side of Yavapai County, and Johanna and Arthas, no, not Johanna, Garrosh and Arthas, they are falling here, but in the end it is a 2-for-2 actually. And I think Yavapai County got a little bit lucky here because they had many more members being very low. Nevertheless, the temple in top goes in favor of Luciodology. And let's have a short sanity check here. Oh, there goes the Orpheus. Let's have a short check here on the structures while Android is burning his living bomb. So we see like a 60% health fort in the top lane versus almost full fort in the middle lane. So I think Luciodology in total they got a little bit more out of his first shrine phase here, but it's not something countable yet. It's just a little bit more damage as we see Falzard flying into the bot lane here for Arthas. Kryptonite working on that siege camp. Got some help from Alexstrasza coming in here. And Alexstrasza goes to full 75% health build. So as long as she's above that 75% health, she has basically infinite heals. No mana problems whatsoever. So that's something for Luciodology to look at. When Alexstrasza gets below that critical value, an opportunity might open up there. Get some damage on the enemy team, which actually sticks. Both teams closing in on level 10s have picked up their hard camp in the top lane, and level 10s basically being snapped in immediately not immediately, but at the same time by both of teams here. We see the Warlord Challenge with Taunt, we see the Lifebinder on Alexstrasza, Syndragosa actually on Arthas, Reyna's Raider, Orpheus holding right now, as well as Brightwing holding. We see Fallen Sword actually on Johanna, the Gust on Falzard for the boss control Earthquake, and Phoenix, or a lot of boss control actually on the side of Luciodology. If there's a boss fight, they will be equipped for a Blink Heal on Brightwing in the meantime, and the Crushing Jaws for Orpheus. Falzard is being thrown in, and he gusts the team into the enemy towers. Here comes the Fallen Sword, knocks up on 3, but Falzard is dead already. Johanna used her ult, so there's no escape from here. And that means 2 people dead on the side of Luciodology, and Yavapai County is taking control of the bottom temple. You can see Reyna dancing around there, waiting for this, what is that thing actually? For this creature to spawn. Go blue team, let's go red. So, the blue team is Yavapai County, and the red team is Luciodology. I'm on the wrong observer right now, so I will not want to bother you with the bad looking overlay. Did I hear a Pyroblast attempt here? No, not really. Okay. Falzard has Gust back in 2 seconds. Besides that, every ultimate is available here. Let's go to... I'm doing my best. As always. Alright, so the bottom temple goes in full control for Yavapai County Chess and Swim Youth Chess and Swim Club. No game, yeah, as I just said, it's It's the wrong observer, so I deactivated it for now. It will be back in the next game, no worries. So the bottom fort is actually gone, because the full temple was available here. Oh, single gust on the Orphea, and that is actually a good thing, because Orphea gets deleted from the game. The Lifebinder hits hard on Garrosh, back to full health, and he is such a hard guy to kill. Andrade is walking out of here with a sliver of health in the end. Orphea still dead, so this is a 5v4. Andrade, he's getting the heals from Extasis, but Extasis is below that very critical value of 75%, so he's actually running out of mana here. And Yavapai County, they are very bruised, but they only lose one here. And is there enough time to make a boss play here? Gust and a lot of ultimates being used already, so I don't think they want to go for it. But there's the invade on the Siege Camp. They find themselves an Arthurus, and that's goodbye, Lich King. And Luciodology making a play here for the enemy Siege Camp. They're still pondering about the boss here. Gust is back up. Almost every ultimate is back up actually. Only Earthquake is on a longer cooldown here. But the same holds true for the every team. And Arthurus, he will respawn. But it looks like Yavapai County, they let it go. And this boss will go in favor of Luciodology. In the meantime, temples are activated. And we see the whole team of Yavapai County, they go into the top lane. They don't even want to bother with bottom because they know there's a 5-man team sitting on that boss. Luciodology, they stick around in the bottom lane. They want to get some extra value here with that boss push. Support that boss with a little bit of vanilla pushing, getting some extra damage out. That means basically more shots on your temple, which will aim for the middle one next. 5 to 5 kills. Luciodology with an XP advantage here because they got their kills a little bit later in the game. Also, they have, of course, the boss pushing in here. When it comes to structure, it's actually still pretty even. There comes the Phoenix to zone out the important from clearing that boss. Actually double root here now on the Garrosh. Fallen Sword. An aggressive one. Throw in on Gust, on Facet however. No Gust available and Garrosh dies in return. So 1-for-1 trade here. Boss is cleared. Front wall down in the bottom lane. Luciodology still with a solid level advantage here over their opponents. Take rest of the bottom temple while Yavapai County takes the top temple. When it comes to structures, and I think this is important, it is still not too far away for Yavapai County. I mean, they are behind a little bit, they're missing a front wall and bottom, but let's wait a second on that. Here's the invade by Luciodology trying to make the next play. Kryptonite is on flames and he actually falls. There's no Garrosh here. And that means this invade is successful. Luciodology making another aggressive play and they get rewarded for it. They find themselves a kill and a hard camp. So that is something Yavapai County has to clear now. And Luciodology, they actually stick around. They see if they can disrupt the clearance here a little bit, delay something, and maybe we can secure the fort because of that little diversion. And it is so. Luciodology now locking in the level 16s. Getting another hard camp in the top lane, and now they definitely have the structure advantage. They have another fort down here, and the next shots will definitely start hitting deep front walls or even keeps. So Luciodology in a pretty good spot here. Sky Temple is all about the structures in the end. So there comes the throw on Facet, however, there comes the Gust in return as an answer on the Garrosh. He comes answer to a big taunt on 3 of them and walks out of it eventually. We have also seen Fallen Sword into the backline of Yavapai County. And it looks like Luciodology is going here for the top temple. It's still 10 seconds until it spawns. Yavapai County on the other side, they secure themselves a siege camp, and the enemy siege camp is up in 10 seconds. So this might be where the next fight is happening. Bastard is sitting on the top temple already, so he will start with these shots. Orphea in the lane clearing, so this is basically a 4v4 here. No front towers available, so Garrosh can be very aggressive. Drops 3 Indomitable, I'm not sure what that was about. And we have actually finished convection on the side of Calfas. 4v4 fight, as I said here, in the middle. There's a throw-in on Brightwing, but the return damage is there. 1-for-1 kill so far, but it looks like Garrett's gonna fall. No, there comes the Lifebinder, maybe? I don't know. It looked like the Lifebinder came through, but it was immediate damage, I guess? I'm not sure. Anyways, Garrosh still lives here. And there comes the Gust now by Falstad. This makes it a 3v2 in the end, in kills and in fight. And now it's 4 people dead, 5 people dead. It's a full wipe for Luciodology as they take control of a second temple here. And they might even go and just leave one person on it and do something useful with the other two. That's not what I wanted to click. That's not what I wanted to click. Alright, so I have some stats here. So 12 to 8 kills so far in favor of Luciodology. We're looking at a 1.5 level lead here. Well, these Falstad plays, yeah, Falstad definitely have any impact on all of these fights. Even if he gets thrown in, he usually has the Gust available to put that Garrosh or whoever is there into a lot of trouble. And we have a boss play happening in the meantime. Everything is up in 5 seconds. So Army and Earthquake are coming up in seconds here, and we do have a Gust. Indomitable, however, for Garrosh, so he can answer that. Falstad is being pressured here. There comes the Citric Rose. Everything is being dropped here. The dragon is already dead, and the invade is complete for Yavapai County, but it is a bloodbath here. Falstad makes it out on a sliver of a 3-1 in favor, question mark, for Luciodology. They do lose the boss, however. So that was a crazy team fight. Every ult being dropped in short succession. I wasn't even able to like see through all of that. Didn't even talk. So yeah, we have a boss now being taken by Yavapai County, and it's gonna get cleared by Luciodology. And so what did the boss do? 30% damage on that fountain. So I get the idea, however, on the side of Luciodology, like they said, they have a level 20, so let's fight over this boss. Let's force a fight. And I think that's all fine. But then if you force a fight, you actually have to fight too. And now hardcams are being picked up on both sides. Yavapai County, they are still missing the 20, so I would love to see them just like hanging back, getting some safe soak here, but they might not actually have the time because temples are up, or one temple is up in the bottom. So we have a County, we are just pushing in mid lane, and I think this might actually be the best thing they can do here, because without 20s it would be a kind of suicide mission to go into the bottom lane. Since Ragosa is being even dropped to take out this fort, maybe overkill? I'm not sure. Falstad is in the bottom, so he can make this a 5v4 if needed. Orphea does not have a global ability. Also, if Yavapai County should decide to go for the temple, Falstad can just fly out, so that temple in the bottom lane actually secured them 2 keeps, 3 keeps even. And a little bit of damage on the enemy core. Here comes the wind tunnel by Falstad, and he said to himself, alright, if these gusts are cool, then the wind tunnel must be even better. But he dies. So this is a 1-for-1 so far. Can Garrosh make it out? He turns around to get the self-healing here. But Thrall just smashes his head in. So in the end it's a 2-for-1, 17 to 10 kills so far. Both teams sitting on level 20s, but I don't think any team is able to finish right now here. And oh, this is a risky play on the side of Yavapai County. They are moving in for the siege camp, and they have to get out of here immediately. Because that could have turned in a very ugly 4v3 situation against them. Luciodology. They are in a pretty good spot here. They are 3 keeps up. Hey Ronan, how's it going? So Luciodology, they are 3 keeps up here. Yavapai County, uphill battle. And we will have a 2 altar phase coming up. So I think they need a fight here. They need to fight before this even spawns, because Luciodology double global, they can just decide, okay, let's just grab 1, defend the area with 4, or do it in any other fashion, whatever gives us the shots on the enemy core. And Yavapai County, we are basically forced to either split their forces and then run into an odd-numbered fight, or always stick together and sacrifice the shots on the temple. So they did not find themselves a team fight they needed before all of this happens. And Garrosh goes in, throws the Johanna around, but they find a quick kill on Falstad, and that is a big boon for them, because that means no wind tunnel here, no big Falstad plays, Troll goes down, living bombs everywhere, but Lifebinder on Garrosh, so he's back and alive. Garrosh is all good here, and they have secured the mid temple, but they need top 2. In the meantime, we have minions running in the mid lane and in the bottom lane. There's a siege camp there, so someone has to react to that. They did get 2 kills on the enemy, but they still have to fight over top temple. They need to keep control over mid temple, and they need to defend core. Megomurk so far is completely alone in the top lane. He dodges the flame strike, but he goes down. He at least throws out the Synthro Grocer, so this might be helping. In the meantime, catapults and siege cap on the core. Plus these shots. Core is falling quickly. 70, 60%, 50%, 40%. They take control of top, but it doesn't matter. There are so many catapults here. And the siege giants. So I think this should be GG here, as Luciodology gets the minions to close out the game on Sky Temple. Another kill in favor of Yavapai County, but it doesn't matter at all. And do I need to cast this season? Alright, I will try. I will look out for you. When is your next game? Alright, I completely missed going on that screen, so let's do this. Alright, so what do we have here? Garrosh died 5 times up, so you see a lot of focus here on the front line on the side of Luciodology. Both of these tanks died 5 times. And in the end, the globals helped a lot on the side of Luciodology, and generally the macro play, they did get the structure advantage. And they never let go of that, so good job by Luciodology playing Yavapai County on Sky Temple. The only map they have won so far in the season. So yeah, Luciodology with their first win in the season, and on the other side Yavapai County the first loss on Sky Temple. Let me put that into numbers. And we also do have a next map pick already here. So let me show you that. Yeah, so I should update. Alright, so Yavapai County Youth Chess and Swim team is picking the Spider Queen. So let's get there. So again, first pick goes in favor of Luciodology here. Alright, so I hope the observer will now be updated without me having to restart the game. It should work. Not until next week, we will try to get it scheduled soon. Alright. Oh, and also thank you for the follow. Orderger? Orderger? That German? Singing her. Alright, both teams are coming into the lobby right now. Oh, look at that, Baddest Dudes versus Yava County. Yeah, that's a good result, keep that in mind. Anyways. So Luciodology winning the first map, they are able to close out the series here. Make it a 2-0, make it their first elimination and their second map in the season so far. And Yavapai County, they need to turn it around here. They have won 2 maps already, so they can do it again. And they have played 3-game series twice already, so they know how it feels. I think they have it in them to bring this to a 3-game series tonight. Let me... Yeah. So I'm waiting for the teams here to get ready. Reminding them that thing ready, and meantime let's have a look at the bracket again, so you guys see what it's all about. So Luciodology and Yavapai County, as you see, they are currently looking at the bottom 2 teams. I think Backbone disbanded, I'm not 100% sure. And we need to wait a little bit here for Luciodology. Talk going on. Just want to delay their opponents who are pumped to get the revenge game here. So how's everybody doing tonight? Alright, we have a ready by both teams. Let's go. Alright, here we are. Okay. You're doing great. Awesome. Cool. And again, with the Diablo ban here, Luciodology is sticking to what worked last time. Tomb of the Spider Queen, definitely a Diablo map, I would say. There's some poetry slam going on here in the lobby chat. Production value. I had this forever. Like I think I have this like almost 3 months now or something. Alright, the Calphus ban this time on the side of the Upper County, and I think he did a lot of work, and on Tomb of the Spider Queen he's definitely a force to fear. So I don't hate the Calphus ban at all. Stukov is now being picked on the side of Luciodology. And the Asmodean ban is coming out right afterwards, so they don't want to deal with the big mages here. And oh, the Orpheus deal on the side of Luciodology. Interesting pick. Orpheus favorite on the side of YCYCNST County. So let's see what they pivot into here. Here comes the Anduin. It was banned out last time. And Thrall. Right. So both teams are stealing heroes from the previous game of the enemy team. And banning heroes. Ooh, so Johanna again on the side of Luciodology with a Fallen Sword. It gets good at 20, right? So the question is, do we see it go to level 20 again here on the side of Tomb of the Spider Queen? Imperius is coming out for Fairy Rinker. Obviously also right. Have a look at that. All of here is sitting at a comfortable 57% win rate in Division D, so why not? Phoenix being banned out now on the side of YCYCNST County. Youth Chess and Swim Team. And the Garrosh ban. Okay, so we didn't like the Garrosh last time. And I think on Doom of Spider Queen he's still a good hero. So also that ban makes a lot of sense to me. So both teams, they didn't really like what they saw on the enemy in the previous game. So a lot of respect coming out here by both of them. So Li Ming is the substitution mage on the side of YCYCNST County. Not so much Grave Clear actually than any of the other mages. So for mage, a little bit on the downside when it comes to actually clearing stuff. And the Earthas this time probably as main tank role. And they do steal the Rainer also. So Luciodology, they... And also of course for Lucio, I mean I have to mention that. I think if you name your team after a certain hero, you have to play him at least once per series. It's kind of obligatory. Alright, I see no swaps happening here. All looks good and clean. So let's hope that the observer is updated. I would give you bits if I could. You know, the gesture counts. I appreciate it, Xavier. I know you would, and that makes... I guess it's a cool thing to get this. Sorry, I'm like totally... I have like zero idea what the action. I guess it's like crazy bitch money. Alright. What's happening here? Oh yeah, I turned that off. That's happening. And we do have an update on the overlay. Perfect. So let's jump into the game. We have Andrade on Earthas, Mega Mulk on the Thrall, Kryptonite playing Li Ming, Hybrid Remix on the Sylvanas, and Aurora Lunar showing us the Anduin. On the other side, in the red, we have Galactus, Ahmed Lucio, Eugen, whatever, however you pronounce that, on Johanna, Fairy Winkle on Imperius, Lemony Fresh on Orpheus, and Hentron on Rainer. And this looks so much better. I'm a happy caster now. So, both teams I'm meeting 4 people in the middle, and we have Brawl and Imperial sitting in the bot lane doing solo laner things, which means currently staring at the nice buildings they have behind them. Arrow of the Storm, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy the show. Both teams doing the 4-man rotation here. Luciodology with a little bit of rotational advantage, clearing a little bit faster. As I said before, Ming not the strongest of wave clear. On the other side we see Orpheus a little bit better, and with the Rainer certainly helping. Sylvanas not bad either for the wave clear, but so far Luciodology running the show here when it comes to rotations. They are already back in the top. Johanna eating a little bit of poke damage here, but it's Johanna, she doesn't care. Android going in pretty deep with his Alphra's main tank here, and has to fall back, eats a lot of damage. And still rotational game in favor of Luciodology. But rotational game also means you have to get something out of it, and whoa, Johanna makes it out on the skin of her teeth, and conversely Alphas does not. So first blood in favor of Luciodology here. So maybe that's the value they got out of the faster rotations? I don't know. But they did get the kill. A little bit of an XP advantage here now in their favor, and they keep doing their rotations like clockwork. And as I say that, they break it up. Oh, you were already following. No, I appreciate that you did refollow. A little bit of a turn and try here on the side of Luciodology, got denied by Andre coming in with the Howling Blast. Plus of course going full stacking quests here on his level 1 and 4 as it is appropriate for a main tank outpost. Let's have a really short look at the bot lane. Yep, nothing happening there. Android again in the middle of everything and on the run shortly after. Reyna's actually falling pretty low here. Sylvanas is probably taking a good chunk of herself. Probably if we have a clean Ming. Maybe Reyna just ate a full combo. I was not really paying attention. Android is here with his team, and Kryptonite is dealing some good damage here with these orbs and missiles. Getting the bursty poke damage in between these lanes here. Luciodology, they still have a very tiny XP advantage here from that one kill. When it comes to minions, it's pretty even, and I think it's just a timing issue here. Maybe a couple of minions lost on the side of Yavapai County. That's nice, thank you. And the red team sneaks in the first objective here. Let's see how much they can do with it. Oh, Android is in trouble. Here comes a full gank. But all 4 of Luciodology is here, and that is it. That offers no mana, no help. A goodbye, Lich King and Lich King. And that also locks in the level 7 here, and it's a bad time to die because red web weavers are on the floor right now. So Arthas, he needs to hurry back here to give his team some frontline. Johanna is actually eating a lot of damage here by Sylvanas and Li Ming. Sylvanas in return gets pretty low. Android is here now on his Arthas. Let's see if they can clear the spider with any more complications. Spider is still pretty healthy considering this is level 7 and it just went through the front towers. Arthas dies again. This is 3 kills now in favor of Luciodology. It seems like that front line might be a little bit too squishy right now. On the side of Yavapai County, it's just getting completely bodied by Raynor and Orphea, who take the first fort and the second fort in top and middle, but only a front wall and bottom. So this is a very, very good first turn, and for Luciodology here, will look for closing out the series quickly. Full level advantage now over their opponents. They will lock in these turns pretty soon. And what we are missing is a turn in, a second turn in. Yavapai County, they do have the gems to counter with their own turn in, and it's actually pretty well distributed. Only Arthas has none. Arthas dying 3 times so far in this game. Something to keep in mind. Siege Camp being picked up now here by Luciodology. Playing the Lucio. And it's looking good so far for them. They do lock in the level 10s. And it looks like they can even deny the turn-in, so I would have loved to see Yavapai County like get the turn in like we a little bit earlier when the Luciodology team was still in the bot lane, busy with that siege camp. So now they have lost complete map control on the side of Yavapai County, and this will be really tricky to get this turn-ins in. But first we need level 10 anyways. Is Luciodology. They have shown us some pretty good aggressive plays in the first map. So I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to make a play here for the hard camp with the level 10 advantage. Only Hyperion being used so far. It looks like they are happy with just hanging around mid lane here. And Yavapai County now with level 10. Let's talk about actually ultimate. So we have Sound Barrier, Eternal Feast this time on Orphea. This is Angelic Amarants on Imperius, Fallen Sword again on Johanna, and we have seen the Imperius, Hyperion already. Army of the Dead this time for Arthas. Howling Blast on Sylvanas. I think that is Salvation. Yeah, that is Salvation. Thunder on Thrall, and we disintegrate for Li Ming. Both teams are ready to press R. Luciodology, they managed to get the second turn in here. Oh, Fallen Sword comes out pretty early. He needs to top the Iron Skin to get out of that situation. A root here on Raynor, but the counter engages there on Sylvanas. Sylvanas goes down, and that's bad news for Yavapai County because she provides a lot of clear. Now the only thing they have left is really Li Ming to clear the enemy minions and monsters. Hyperion for some little bit of extra damage and putting pressure on the enemy team Orphea with some good poke damage here on Li Ming. And Luciodology, they are sticking around with 5 men in the top lane. They know that the Red Weavers will do some good work in the mid and the bottom lane. And they keep engaging here. There comes the Sound Barrier, the Feast is there too. Salvation being used, nobody in it. Nobody really in danger anyways, so, but also the Feast did get no value, so I guess that is 1 for 1. Top keep is really low. Luciodology, they are considering to stay around and take that, while 2 of the members are considering to take the boss. Imperius super low here, but he should be fine. So this boss will go in favor of Luciodology, and it will also take the keep in the top lane. I think that's a given. So Luciodology in a really good spot, like compared to the first game, in a much better spot at this time of the game. Yavapai County, they have to make a pretty tricky defense here. They do summon their own Web Weavers, which is working against the boss here. As I said, we keep falls quickly, and Luciodology, we are working on that web weaver, and they follow the boss. They don't even care about what's happening on the rest of the map. Here comes Fallen Sword on 3, Hyperion is there too. Salvation is being used, however. Handtron super low, Reyna falls. Did Luciodology maybe take a little bit too much here? Boss hacks away at the core, and together with the feast, there's actually a lot of damage, 44% left, but Luciodology now on the run. Can they make more kills here on the side of Yavapai County? They kind of need it. They find another kill in Imperius, and the rest of Luciodology gets away with the speed boost of Lucio. In the meantime, Web Weavers doing some damage here in the mid lane and the bottom lane, but it's by far not enough for Yavapai County. They need more. They need staggered deaths here. Andrade, he's moving in. And he wants that kill. He moves very aggressively. No army available here. Lands a nice double root. Eats a little bit more damage for that, but I think he should. But here comes the Fallen Sword engagement, however. Andrade is not in the clear yet. He has 43 gems. This might be disastrous here for Yavapai County. Fallen Sword with the engage might be the game changer. And Luciodology, they stop the chase, they have that one kill, and they go after the hard camp. No keep in the middle lane. Luciodology, they could try to push in with this. Arthas will be back in 5 seconds. And Army of Death will be available for the next defense. Boss is not even a topic right now. Turn in is no topic either for both teams, so there's nothing to do really on the map. There's a huge wave on the bottom lane. Orpheus were to clear that. And both teams on their respective sides of the map. That keep here in the bottom lane, if Yavapai County makes a comeback, this might be the way they can move through to the core. If they somehow get a team vibe here later in the game, this will be where they can strike to end the game, even though they are 2 keeps down here. And Yavapai County, they find themselves a turn in, and this is a pretty important one. They need some good value from that one. You basically can forget about top lane, doesn't matter. I mean, you probably won't get anything from here. And they are also facing against level 16, but I think this is a fight you have to take now. Even if it is against level 16. Yavapai County, time is running out for them. If they are not getting good value from this web weaver phase, I'm not sure where we will get it later. And Luciodology, they clear this fast. They got rid of bottom, of mid. They got rid of top, and bottom ran into a siege camp. So basically 0 value here for Yavapai County. That's 55 gems down the drain basically. And Luciodology, they are coming in anyways with a engage. Oh, what a big counter engage by Thrall and the massive damage by Liming. Here comes the sound barrier and the feast. Salvation is on the ground. This fight is still not over. Either team could win this hard. 2 deaths now on the side of Yavapai County. 2 for 1, 3 for 1, 4 for 1. I think this might be it here. Yavapai County. This engage looked good for a second there. But the counter engage on the counter engage, and Luciodology, they're rolling out the red carpet and they're making themselves a way towards the core here, which is only at 44%, and the 4 members dead on the side of Yavapai County, they are calling it GG already on their side, and I think it is GG as the core falls. Luciodology takes it home 2-0 in an explosive fashion on Tomb of the Spider Queen. A lot of lag going on my computer. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. A little bit rusty, it's been a while. Okay. So let me update the score. Whew. That last fight. Oh, GG's in the chat too. Right, so let's see. We are here, Luciodology, as you can see, Vincent Bow against the map picks of Opie County Youth Chess team. You know, the more often you say it, the more easier it rolls off the tongue, and at some point you just remember it. Yes. Okay, let me see if I can get a member of Luciodology. In the meantime, I will show you my pet cam, I guess. Yeah, companion cube giving me companionship tonight. Big Anduin ult wasn't enough though. Indeed, it was a big Anduin ult. And it was actually a pretty good engage. I think it was still down to 16, but it was also like... Yeah, but by county they had to take it there. Alright, I heard something.
Yes.
Yes. Alright, let me get into the right screen here. Here we go. So, what do we have here? Look at Ectos, the captain. How are you doing?
Good. Happy to notch our first wins of the season. We're excited about that.
Yeah, it is your first win. So now you get rolling, right? Now everything starts.
That's right.
Alright, so let me quickly update something and let's talk about the game a little bit. So first game, it was on Sky Temple, and you picked a lot of globals. Is that your strategy from the start? Did you check out on your opponents and saw that is the way to go there?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of counter drafted them a little bit. We like having the globals, especially we like having the bribes on that map also. Gives us a lot of, flexibility to grab some stuff and put pressure on them while we're fighting over the temples. So that was part of our strategy.
Cool. So did you scout much on your opponents?
Yeah, we have one of our players does some scouting. That then it's kind of his responsibility checking stuff out. So it's still early in the season, so it's tough to tell what we're playing. But it seemed like Stukov and Diablo were popular picks for them. So and certainly characters we don't usually play and are happy to see banned. So we just stuck with that both matches.
All right, cool. So no surprises for you that they went to Sky Temple and that they picked Viafas and Rainer, which is what they did to win their first two games. But yeah, you countered it with the Brightwing and the Falset. I'm always a little bit skeptical about going double global, but you played it good. And oh man, these ghasts. Like, congrats to your Falset.
Yeah, it was pretty even all game. Towards the end, we won some team fights and were able to get enough of an edge that it worked out for us on that first game. So
yeah, and Sky Temple is all about the structures, and you outmatched your opponents a little bit. I guess it was the plan from start. So yeah, good game on Sky Temple. And when you are being brought to Tomb of the Spider Queen, was that a surprise to you, or did you expect that one to come?
Well, we weren't sure what they were going to pick, but we had actually decided that if we got first map pick, we were going to pick Tomb of the Spider Queen. So so it really kind of worked out for us. So we were happy to see that map.
Well, yeah, that's perfect then for you. So even better, so you get to the map you want and you get the first pick.
Yes. Yeah, so it worked out, and we you know, the Orphea was tough for us in the last match, and we like Orphea on Spider Queen because just more constriction. It just seems easier to use her more effectively on this map. So yeah, that's why we wanted to pick her up as the first pick if we couldn't get KT.
Nice, and yeah, there was a KT ban on their side. Actually, a lot of heroes switched sides compared to the first game. I think the Thrall made it to the other side when we had the Orpheus.
Yeah, and the Rainer. Also, we got the Rainer too.
Yeah, you got the Rainer. Johanna stayed loyal at least.
Yes.
So a lot of swaps. So was there a lot of respect to the heroes you picked away from your opponents, or was it just like, oh, we can play these heroes too?
No, we kind of picked who we wanted to get. It just kind of worked out that we took them. Like I said, Orphea we like on this map, so we were happy to get her first.
Okay, and you made me very happy by picking the Lucio too.
Hey, that's our namesake, man.
We
have to play Lucio when we can.
So my unwritten rule is if you base your team name on a hero name, you have to play it at least once per series. So how is your average so far on that?
I think we've not. I'm not sure if this may have been only like the second time that we've gotten to play him this season. I'll have to go back and check.
When you have to play him twice next series.
Yeah, to make up for it. That's a good point.
Yeah. So who are you playing next? Do you know?
Something like that.
Oh, we can look it up. Let's see.
Let me see. Super fast.
This is super professional. I should know this.
Like the baddest dudes.
Oh, really?
The baddest dudes. Yeah, next week.
Oh, who is that? I don't know. So yeah, the baddest dudes. If you're here, if you know this, take all the Lucio counters because they have to play it twice next week.
Right. Take Lucy away from us.
No, don't pick it away. That would be mean. I mean, you have to play it. No, just count it. All right, so what else? Like, I think you've been around for quite some time in the competitive scene. I've seen your name before, at least last season, I think. So,
yep.
What's your history? How long have you been around?
We did one. I think the last NGS season was our first one, and we've also done a one Hero Lounge season. This is kind of our third go round on the competitive thing, which we enjoy. It's great. I mean, it really gives a whole different dimension of the game to be able to play with the same people and really.
The scouting and the drafting
the way it's meant to be played. So
yes,
I always enjoy it, and it's great when we get casters like yourself. I always really appreciate having the games casted. It makes it so much more fun.
It does. I love it getting casted. All right. So yeah. Good games to you. First win in the banks. I hope you get more. Maybe not next week because it's against us, but afterwards you can win as much as you want.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, anything else you want to add here? Any shout outs? The floor is all yours.
Nope, just well, a shout out to the other members of our team that didn't get a chance to play today. Takulu and Peter and Jay. So like to rotate people in and out, so it's everyone gets a chance to play. So it's appreciate them getting a chance to watch it also.
Yeah, I mean they had to be on the stream, right?
And to our opponents, they were both matches were good. They were well played matches. So.
Yep. Okay, so there you have it. That was Galactose from Luciodology. Thanks for stopping by and answering a couple of questions.
Thank you.
Okay. See you later. All right, Galactose from Luciodology. Yeah, so they are playing against the baddest dudes. Something like next week. I'm not gonna cast that. You might have an idea why. But maybe someone else casted. I hope you guys check in on whoever is casting that, and in the meantime, maybe I can get another game casted. I heard games are pretty spread out this week, so I might get another chance if my team doesn't like practice every night. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. It's a nice Tuesday evening. I'm gonna go for a run tonight, and you guys win some games in the Nexus. See you next time around. And Xavier gets murdered again.